This is my first ever video of a sports fishing yacht, and not just any sports fisher. This is a Viking 80. Now, Motorboat and Yachting magazine said that the Viking 80 is possibly the best model that shipyard ever produced, and they said that with good reason. When Viking stopped producing the 82 and started making the 80, they didn't just make a few cosmetic changes to excite their regular clients. No, they completely redesigned the hull. They made this leaner, meaner. They redesigned the chines at the bow. They redesigned the entry into the water at the stern area of the yacht. They made it so fast because they realized that what real sports fishing individuals want is to get to those fishing grounds quickly. An extra 10 minutes can make all the difference in what you can catch. Let's meet the broker who represents her and who'll show us through the yacht. So, Kristen, what can you tell me about POMPINA?
Well, welcome. She's an 80-foot 2019 Viking enclosed Flybridge. She has MTU 2000 V16 engines. She does have the upgraded 35 Seakeeper on board. So a Seakeeper will help keep the boat stable when it is at anchor. It keeps the boat from rocking side to side and a more enjoyable experience for the guests.
I was actually particularly pleased that the Seakeeper on this yacht's so accessible, because I don't think I've ever been able to show what a Seakeeper looks like on a video, but on this yacht you can see it so easily there.
Yes, you can.
Well, when I was researching this video, because Chris and I do research the videos that we do when I have time, I read up a little bit about what makes for a good sports fishing yacht. One of the things was speed, because obviously you want to get to where the fish are before everybody else, so you have more time fishing. And on that subject, those engines, usually on an 80-foot production yacht, I would see 1,800 horsepower, 2,000 horsepower would be a lot.
Yep.
But POMPINA, what can you tell me about the engines?
So her engines are 2,635 horsepower. Max speed is listed at 40 knots.
Yeah, that's incredible, isn't it? Two 2,635 horsepower engines is huge. And actually, you're right, it's listed at 40 knots top speed. I read a review that got just over 41 knots, and the captain, I spoke to him earlier, he said he's had 43 knots out of this yacht.
Yep.
Which is amazing, amazing. The other thing I read about was the importance to have this low cockpit. So, because I noticed that the benefit, of course, of this is if you get a big blue, is it a marlin or a merlin?
Marlin.
It's a marlin. You get a big blue marlin, I guess you just lift this, and you've got much easier access to the ocean to get the fish out.
This will lift up, and then you can reel it in.
And what are these things for here? Can you show us?
These are live wells, and they're not set up right now, but so you can both sides open. So you keep your bait in here. Keep them alive.
And at the moment, it's being used for storage for some of the covers.
And it's the same thing on this side.
And then usually, what I've seen in the past is that you'd have a fighting chair.
Yes.
Somewhere. So is there space for a fighting chair?
Yep. So if this table, you can dine at it for meals, whatever guests want to do. But this will come out, and you can put a fighting chair right in there.
Let's take a look at another feature, because something I really liked about the yacht is the fact that you can catch the fish there and grill it.
Yep.
How cool is that?
You can grill it, or you can store it in one of these boxes, and they also have an ice machine here that will pump right into the boxes.
I just think that's fantastic that you can literally catch it. It can be out of the sea and onto the grill and onto the plate.
Yep.
Great. Let's take a look. Take a look inside. When I saw the photographs of this yacht online, I was blown away. I love, love, love this cabinetry here. And you were pointing out something earlier to me, some details in the cabinetry.
Yeah, so in this boat, we have a pop-up TV here. There's a lift button just inside this cabinet. Over here on these sofas, it's a great feature for a boat this size. There's plenty of storage on board. So this couch lifts up.
Oh wow, look at that.
Storage under all three sides here.
Yeah. Over there as well.
Yep. This one's empty.
Oh, that's masses of storage space, isn't
And
it?
then under this one as well.
Something that I liked, that as soon as we walked in, you said, no, let's get rid of it because we're filming. But I said, no, it's a good thing, and that's this. This is to protect the carpet.
Yep, the floor runners.
And Max afterwards will film this area without the runners on. But to me, when I walk on a yacht that's got runners on the carpet, it means that they really take care of it.
Yep.
So when the owner's not on board, anybody that walks through this can't possibly damage the carpet. What do we have through here?
One other feature in the salon, they do have an ice maker in here, which is nice. And then moving forward, so there's a huge drawer under here. It can be used for rod storage. Right now it's set up for china or whatever else.
And I noticed where the dinette is as well, you have another television.
Yep, another nice TV where you're eating, drinking coffee.
But this must be a great place. You go fishing with your friends, you have a beer on the after deck, you come in here, you have another beer, you watch the World Cup, you can watch it from over there, from over here. This is about as good as it gets.
Back here, so this galley is a beautiful layout. They have 6 refrigerator drawers, over-unders, cooktop here, oven, and then behind these doors we have our microwave.
But it's all Miele appliances. This is Miele, that's Miele.
Yep.
Which is about, again, as good as you can get, isn't it, quality-wise. What's behind this door here?
Okay, so another wonderful feature of this vessel is it does have a day head. So, you don't have to run down to your cabins. And so then there's another door here, and this leads to a pantry area, extra storage for the boat.
So you've got a proper dedicated air-conditioned area for all of that stuff.
Fully air-conditioned.
Let's take a look at the accommodation.
So down here we have 5 guest cabins. The master is located aft, full beam.
Now, I love this wood. I love it when you can see the grain and the depth. And, high gloss varnish, I don't particularly like. It's a thing of the past. This is not high gloss. I think this is probably like a mid gloss.
Yeah, I would say it's like a mid gloss.
And this is something I like as well about the, particularly boats built in the United States. The inside of the closets have a different wood. Mm-hmm. I don't remember if it's maple wood, is it? Cedar wood. But really, Kristen, this is like a brand new boat.
It is. It's a brand new boat. You have a king-size bed down here. It's full beam. You have a nice little desk area / makeup vanity.
So you lift this up.
A little seated area.
And you pull that out. So that's a real nice design feature. And then we have an ensuite.
Yep. So ensuite, you have a nice large shower, double sinks, great storage behind all these mirrors.
Oh, that goes back quite far, doesn't it?
Yep.
Sometimes you open those doors and there's like that much space.
Yep, and you even have under sink storage, which is really nice. I never find enough storage in en-suites. Yep, so 5 staterooms. They do use one of the cabins for 2 crew members. So queen berth here, 2 nightstands on both sides, storage, closet space. The ensuite again, the sinks, and they all have the same medicine cabinet storage, which again is huge. Okay, so then final cabin, another double berth, closet ensuite.
And again, this beautiful wood. But when I was researching the Viking 80, all of the photographs I saw were missing something that this yacht does have. So let's go and have a look at that.
Okay.
An enclosed flybridge. Now, when I was researching, most of the Viking 80s that I saw didn't have this area, but actually it's a really good addition to have, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an extra space for the guests to enjoy themselves, and it's a nice, comfortable area.
Yeah. I think it's great. So obviously here we've got the bridge, and this did kind of almost take my breath away when I saw it, because it's beautifully laid out, huge screens. I love the fact that you've got these seats either side of the captain's chair. But what can you tell me about the bridge?
So you can see on these screens now, we have cameras here on the left screen, Garmin GPS, Garmin radar. The captain also has an octoplex power distribution system here. There's also remote control to start the water makers up here, bow thruster controls.
In fact, Captain Jose here was telling me that a lot of this touchscreen stuff is really quite advanced. You've got even the circuit breakers can be accessed from a touch screen as well. We've got a dynamic positioning system. Were you telling me as well that it's got an extra large fuel tank? It's got a second fuel. What was
So
that?
it has a fourth fuel tank, and it's forward, and it holds 3,600 gallons of fuel.
What else can we tell people about in this area of the yacht?
So behind Jose, we have 2 refrigerator drawers here for extra storage. You have your nice L-shaped sofa here, and a TV does pop out from behind over on the starboard side.
Let's take a look through here. Now, I absolutely love this helm station here. I love the wood. I'm pretty sure that I read that's an optional extra, and it's just beautiful. But I like the idea of having a helm station from this position too. Do you think this is more useful for docking or for fishing?
You can use it for both, you know, whatever you're comfortable with, and you be part of the action. You can talk to the fishermen down below, and then when you're docking, you can talk to the guys on the dock.
And of course, you can see very clearly how far you are from the dock as well. We have more rod holders here.
Yep, we have 2 teaser reels up here, up in this area.
And you quite rightly mentioned to me earlier, you said you've got the outriggers as well.
Yep, so you have your 2 outriggers on both sides, and the crew can manage those for the guests.
Because one of the big features of this is the speed. We spoke about those 2,635 horsepower engines. I've already spoken about the fact that the hull has been really tweaked to get maximum performance. We're now going to put that to the test. But first, let's go inside where it's a bit quieter, and you can tell people what they need to do if they want more details about the yacht. So Kristen, somebody watches this video, they love the look of the yacht. You represent the owner. So what would the right process be for somebody to get more details?
So they can call me on my cell phone. The number will be available, or they can send me an email.
And do you find that when people inquire, they do want a lot more deep details than what we actually cover in any video?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody, you know, buyers are going to do their due diligence before they go out and take a look at the boat, and that's what we're here for, to get those questions answered and get them the information that they're looking for.
And actually, I saw that as we were walking around, you were referring to a pretty thorough spec sheet with all kinds of details, what equipment is on board. So there's really nothing pretty much that you can't answer or you can't find out an answer to. So you're the person to call. So on that note, we're going to be putting Kristen's contact details and also Kevin Merrigan's contact details, because you share this listing with Kevin as well. One of the great things at Northrop & Johnson is a lot of our brokers work in tandem with each other, so that if one is flying in a certain place, the other can pick up quickly on an inquiry. It works very, very well. So both your and Kevin's email addresses and phone numbers will be on screen now.